Welcome to this special edition of Mosen At Large. It's episode 41 and it's devoted to an unboxing, a setting up and a looking at the Sonos Arc from a blindness perspective. This is Sonos' new soundbar boasting Dolby Atmos, but there are some problems using Dolby Atmos if you're blind.
Mosen At Large Podcast.
It arrived a whole week earlier than it was scheduled to. The Sonos Arc is now at Mosen Towers, and Heidi and Henry, that's my daughter and son-in-law respectively, came over to help me set it up. In fact, Henry picked it up from the store because this is a huge, long device. Now, this is a shamelessly geeky episode of Mosen At Large, so let me start the geeking out by explaining how we recorded this, because I know there's interest in that sort of thing. It's recorded in 32-bit float originally with the Zoom F6 field recorder, and we're running two Sony ECM77B lavalier microphones. These are really nice omnidirectional microphones. They're the mics that you often hear being used in TV contexts, and we're running these are condensers, because we figured we'd be using the app and setting it up, and it would be much easier to do this recording with our hands free. So I'm wearing a mic, and Heidi is wearing a mic, all recorded into the Zoom F6. Now, this was a really difficult setup. Things did not go as smoothly as you would normally expect for Sonos. Sonos has recently released its S2 operating system. There's a significant firmware update. The way that Sonos products are talking to the network is different now. And while I didn't have any issues with Sonos before, I clearly am having issues now. So although I've let this run so you can hear some of the steps that I take when I run into a technology snafu like this, I doubt that you will have an experience nearly as bad as ours in terms of trying to get this thing to go. There is something about my network and the current iteration of Sonos S2 that are not getting along well at all. So it's really been nasty, but I don't think it's this bad for most people. You can, of course, skip past a lot of this, but I hope you will catch my comments at the end of the podcast. They really are important because they tell you about some caveats you should be aware of that really, at the moment, it seems to me, are restricting blind people's access to enjoying Dolby Atmos content. We're in the living room at Mosen Towers, and we've got Heidi, Taylor, and Henry, the wonder son-in-law, who actually has been a courier for us, because when we ordered this Arc, we were in level 2, weren't we? Yeah, still level 2.
Yeah.
So we expected to have to go through this clandestine pick and collect thing where somebody comes out with what do they do, PPE or something on? Do they have the masking on?
Yeah, they had masks on, and
right.
You have to stay far away from them and
yes.
all that jazz.
Well, we didn't have to do that, and we think that because of that, the Arc has arrived about a week earlier than they thought it would. Standing upright, how tall do you think it was? It was quite, because of its length, when you stand it upright, it was really tall.
Like 130 centimetres, maybe.
How do we start getting into this?
So it has little locks on the side, which are currently covered in plastic. So if you take the plastic seal off like that, there's like a little slider, and there's one at each end. So Henry's got the other end.
They've really sort of taken Apple's model of a real unboxing experience.
Yeah.
So it's like a lock. Oh, does it?
It
slides. Oh, that's nice.
And there's one at each end, and we've undone both of them. And then it sort of lifts up.
How elegant.
Yes.
And so now we have the Arc.
Yes. It is wrapped up in fabric.
Like a shroud.
Yes. And it's got a little sticker on the middle holding it shut. So I'll just unpeel that.
Oh my goodness. It's quite a slippery, smooth surface. It's,
yeah. Cool.
And is that the Sonos logo emblazoned on the front there?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay, so now we have to try and get it onto the TV cabinet.
Yes.
So if I take one end...
we might have to trade ends there, Jonathan.
Right, okay.
Because it's round.
There we are.
Right. We're walking up to the TV cabinet now. Thank goodness for lavalier microphones.
Yeah.
Okay, now we're sliding it on to the TV cabinet.
Now we've pulled the TV forward a little bit so we can get behind it to get the cables on, so it will sit slightly further back on the
Oh, that's excellent. So
cabinet.
there's a good gap there because they're
Yeah.
suggesting that you need a good gap to let the Atmos sound go upwards.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
There's a good 20 centimetres between the TV itself and the bar.
Right. That's really cool.
So now there's a little box with all the cables in it as well.
Okay.
See, it comes in the box.
So shall we open it up?
Yep.
And kind of feels like something that some of the burger places that deliver through Uber Eats might...
I think it just lifts.
Oh, yeah. Gee, they really have done a nice job with the presentation. So this looks like the power cable.
Yep.
That's kind of important.
Yes.
We'll give you that. And this is No, it's not. Yes, it is.
Yeah,
It's an
that's
HDMI cable.
Yep.
Did we keep the EARC port free in our new Sony TV?
Yes, we did.
Oh, that was very forward thinking.
And they've also included an optical cable as well in case you need it,
Right.
which we don't.
No, we don't. And it's important for people to understand that if you go that route, you're definitely not going to get Dolby Atmos because the optical cable is not capable of transferring that kind of bandwidth.
Yes.
Okay.
Cool. So we're just plugging in the power now.
Oh, boy.
Henry's doing it because he has the longest arms.
We should also say that before we started recording, Henry has disposed of the... What did you do with the old Sonos playbar?
It's currently just sitting on the couch.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
I just needed it out of the way.
Sitting on the couch watching movies in Dolby Atmos.
Watching itself be replaced.
Yes. Oh. Yeah. So, in terms of a description, it's much, much longer than
Yes.
the playbar is.
Yes.
And it doesn't have that same kind of felty texture that the playbar did.
No, it's very, I guess, plastic feeling rather than fabric feeling.
And yet not in a cheap way, is it? It doesn't feel like a cheap plastic thing.
No, it feels like it's nice plastic.
What colour did we get?
We got black because the majority of your Sonos devices are black. You have a couple of white ones, but
Right.
I was trying to keep in with the majority.
That's a good idea. Also
Also,
black blends in with...
Yeah. I also think black looks a bit classier.
Right. Okay.
Yep. So we've plugged it into the power and plugged it into the TV now.
Why don't we just leave it plugged into the power and then we'll see what the app says we should do.
Okay, yep.
Is it showing signs of life?
Yes, we have a blinking green light.
Oh, blinking, excellent. Okay, so I will get the phone out. Open Sonos. We have the new S2 app.
Sonos.
Okay.
Heading. Settings.
So we're going to settings.
Selected. Settings. Setting. Account. System. Button.
We'll double tap system.
Products. Heading. Bathroom. 1. David Sonos. Dining room. Guest Sonos. Lounge. Master bedroom. Nicola Sonos. Studio Sonos. TV adapter. Add product. Button.
And we'll choose add product.
Allow location access. Heading. This gives us permission to look for your nearby products. We can't set up your products until you allow location access.
Okay.
Continue. Button. Alert. Allow Sonos to use your location. Location permissions are required to set up and connect to your Sonos products reliably. We need allow while using app. Button. Allow once. Allow while using. Connect your product to power. Heading. Continue. Button.
Yep, we've done that.
Searching for your product. Heading.
Let's see.
Searching for your product.
Yeah, still searching.
Heading.
The suspense is killing me. Is there any tea on the spaceship?
This might take a minute.
Oh, I'm sure.
Yes.
This might take a minute. Product setup. Heading. We found one new product near you. Arc. Black.
Ooh.
Set up this product. Button. I don't see my product. Button. Back. Button.
Okay.
Back.
So
I set up
we'll
this
set
product.
up this product.
Button. Press the button on your Arc. Heading.
Oh,
Press and release the button as shown below and listen for the chime.
Which button is shown below?
I'll
Screen curtain off.
Okay. So
It's on the
it's
back of it.
on the back
It's
and
on
it
the
has
back.
an infinity
There's a
symbol.
recess thing where you get the ports and there we go.
Connecting. Heading. Please wait while the connection is completed.
somebody in Sonos land is saying, wow, they have a lot of Sonos gear. I've just got another one.
You're their best customer.
Yeah.
You're keeping them afloat.
Yeah. Well, it's, my Civic Juicy. Yeah.
Connecting. Please wait while the connection is completed.
So it is taking a while, and I'm not going to edit how long it's taking because I think that might help people to understand how long this can take. It may have some bearing on the fact that we have quite a few Sonos devices, possibly. Yeah. It could be that a lot of people are setting up ARCs at the moment.
It is showing signs of life. When you plug into power, it's a flashing green light, and now it's a flashing white light. So it's definitely doing something new.
Okay. So still looking, by the sounds of it. We haven't had any indication from the app that it isn't. Now we have.
Location tracking on Spark and Z. Arc added. Heading.
Arc added.
Let's set it up. Next. Button.
All right.
Choose a room for your Arc. Heading. Room name. Text field.
Okay, now we have some choices.
Bathroom 2. Bedroom. Bathroom 2.
Bathroom 2. Let's put an Arc in the other bathroom, one of the other bathrooms that doesn't have a Sonos.
Why not?
That would be incredible. You'd never want to get off the commode.
Bedroom.
So Bonnie would be very happy at this idea.
Yeah.
Done. Dining room 2. Family room. Foyer. Garage. Garden. Guest room. Hallway. Kitchen. Library. Living room. Lounge 2. Master bedroom 2. Media room. Office. Patio.
I think I'm just going to call it ARC for now.
Choose a room for your room name. Text field. Insertion point. Cape. R. C.
All right.
Choose text field. Is editing. Arc. Clear text. Bathroom 2.
And
done.
Done.
Bathroom 2. Choose a room for your Arc. Bathroom 2. Bedroom. Back. Button. Back. Continue. Button. Home theater setup. Heading.
All right.
We'll help you connect Arc to your TV. If you have a sub or surrounds, we'll help you with that too.
Well, that's good because we do.
Yeah.
And currently they are paired with the play bars. So it'll be interesting to see whether we maybe should have decoupled them from the play bar before, but we'll see.
Continue. Button. Add a sub. Heading. Do you want to use a sub with your Arc?
Yes, we do.
Add a sub. Button.
We have the Sonos sub. This is not the new generation sub because really there are not that many differences to commend it. But we do have a sub in the corner there.
Connect your sub to power. Heading. Continue. Button.
We've done that. Can you reach the sub, Heidi?
Yes, we can.
Okay.
Wait for the flashing green light. Heading. It might take a minute for the light on your Sonos product to start flashing green. If you're adding an existing product, look for a white light.
Got a white light.
Yep,
I see the green light. Button.
Do we see it?
We see a white light because
Okay.
it's existing.
I see a white light. Button. Add a sub. Heading. On your sub, press and release the button as shown below.
Okay.
So
There's only one button
Yep.
on the sub.
press and release.
Added a sub. Heading. Added a sub to your Arc.
Oh, that was easy.
Continue. Button. Add surrounds.
Yep.
Heading.
We have 2 play ones as surrounds, and I think that's perfectly adequate for surrounds because usually it's just ambience coming through there.
Do you want to add surrounds to Arc? Add surrounds. Button. Add surrounds. Heading. Select the products you are setting up as surrounds. 2 Play 1S. Adjustable.
Yep, that's right.
Set up these products.
But you can choose, by the way. Let's just look through the options.
2 Play 1S. 2 Sonos 1s. 2 Play 3S. 2 Play 5S. 2 Sonos 5s. A Sonos amp. 2 Symphonisk table lamps. 2 Symphonisk bookshelves.
That'd be cool to use lamps as your rear surrounds, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
2 Symphonisk.
So-
2 Sonos 1s. 2 Play 1S. 2 Play 1S.
There we go. And the important thing to note here is that when you're setting up your rear surrounds, you do need 2 of the same product. Whatever product you choose, you have to have 2 of the same. You can't pick, say, a Play 1 and a Play 3.
Set up these products. Button. Add left surround. Heading. Connect the left surround speaker to power and place it appropriately. Continue.
So the left surround is the one by Bonnie's chair on that couch.
Okay.
The one furthest away from the door, just to be clear.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Wait for the flashing green light. Heading. It might take a minute for the light on your Sonos product to start flashing green. If you're adding an existing product, look for a white light. I see the green light, but I see a white light.
We see a white light.
Okay.
Add left surround. Heading. On your left surround speaker, press and release the buttons simultaneously as shown below.
Oh, you have to push the volume up button and the play button on the top.
Okay. You okay there, Henry?
Yeah, just hang it back up.
He just has to climb on your couch to reach both buttons at once.
All right. There we go.
Add a left surround. Heading. Added to play 1 as the left surround. Continue. Button. Added your play 1. Heading. The play 1 was removed from Lounge, LS. That room will now be removed from your Sonos system. Continue. Button. Add right surround. Heading.
Yeah, so what I do intend to do is when we've removed everything, I'll rename the Arc to Lounge.
Right.
See?
Connect the right surround speaker to power and place it appropriately.
Yep.
Continue. Button. Wait for the flashing green light. Heading. It might take a minute for the... I see the green... I see a white
Do
light.
we see the white light
Button.
yet?
Yeah.
Yep.
Add right surround. Heading. On your right surround speaker, press and release the
And
button.
do that same trick. Yep.
Added right surround. Added to play 1 as the right surround. Continue. Button. Added your play 1. Heading. The play 1 was removed from Lounge, RS. That room will now be removed from your Sonos system. Continue. Button. Sonos update. Heading.
Yeah.
Your Sonos products will now be updated so they can be set up and used. Continue. Button. Updating. Heading. Getting started.
All right, so this is the update process. I guess there must have been a firmware update to the Arc since
Updating. Heading.
they stopped working on it.
Isn't that always the case?
Yeah.
You get something
Yeah.
brand new and there's already an update.
No, the old Sonos app that you have on your phone, Heidi,
Yes.
no longer works.
Oh,
because
I'm
it's
out of
been
date.
it's been rebranded to Sonos S1 controller, which is for older legacy devices, and Sonos S2 is a completely new operating system.
well, I'll have to get the new one.
You'll have to get the new one, yeah, because that might be quite useful. So it's updating, and I think that we will actually edit this updating process out. Although, is there anything else we can say about the Arc in terms of its description? That we should say, unlike the play bar, which this is replacing, there aren't physical controls on it, are there?
No, they're like the weird touch ones that are built into the plastic.
Yeah, which is what Sonos has been up to ever since the Play 5 came out. So you can use them, you just can't feel where they are. So you sort of tap the top to turn the volume up and the bottom to turn it down, and you can double tap for different functions, that kind of stuff.
Your Sonos products are now up to date.
Oh, that's good.
That wasn't too bad.
Button. Your continue. Button. Updating your account. Heading. Please wait while we link your products to your Sonos account.
Okay.
Account update complete. Heading. Your products are now linked to your Sonos account. Next. Button. Please wait. Heading. Preparing the speakers in this room to work together. This
We're going to
may
have to
take a
do
minute.
True Play.
Oh, no.
So since Henry's not wired with a mic, we might have to ask Henry to do the True Play tuning part, and I can give him my phone. So the True Play tuning process is a way that customizes the Arc or
Setup
any
problem.
Sonos speaker to the acoustics of a given room, and it actually does make a difference.
Setup problem. Heading.
What?
There was a problem preparing your speakers. Please check your network connection or the power on your products in this room.
Which
Try
one?
again. Button.
That's not good,
No.
but we'll try it again and just see what happened.
Not now. Button. Not now. Try again. Added your play 1. Heading.
Okay.
The play 1 was removed from Lounge. That room will continue. Button. Please wait. Heading. Preparing the speakers in this room to work together. This may take a minute. Setup problem. Heading. There was a problem preparing your speakers. Please check your network connection or the power on your products in this room.
I wonder if we should try switching the sub and the play ones off and back on again
Okay.
and just see if that works. Can we do that easily?
So it's just done by what? Unplugging the power and plugging it back in? Or
Yeah.
There's no like on-off button?
No, sadly there isn't.
Okay. Yep, we have
Okay,
lights on everything
We'll try again.
There was a problem. Please check your network. Try again. Added your Play 1. Heading. The Play Lounge. That room will now be removed from your continue. Button. Setup incomplete. Heading. Setup is not complete. When you're ready to finish, choose the unused ARC from the System tab. Add another product. But not now. Not
Okay,
now.
so they've got
Button.
impatient with us.
Set up a voice assistant to control Sonos. Heading. Play music. Check the weather. Get sports scores and more. All hands free. Go to settings greater than services and voice in the Sonos app to add a voice assistant.
Okay.
Back. Button.
Well, we'll add the voice assistant.
Setup incomplete. Heading. Setup is not complete. When you're next. Button. Set up a voice assistant to control Sonos. Heading.
We thought that we'd turn this into a Google Home because we already have an Echo in here.
Play music. Check the weather. Get sport back. But next. Button. Sonos setup. Heading. Sonos setup is finished for now. Done. Button. Done. Button. Settings. Heading. Account. Jonathan at Mosen.
So it seems to have got a bit upset at this point. I'm not sure where we go from here, but let's just see.
Selected. Set. System. Error. 3. Products. Heading. ARC. Bathroom. 1. David. Dining room. Guest. ARC. ARC. Button. Name. Heading. Room. ARC. Products. Heading. ARC. Button. Add sub. Button. Add surrounds. Button.
Okay, so
Button.
let's add the sub.
Okay.
Connect your sub to power. Heading. Continue. Button. Wait for the flashing green. I see the green light. I see a white
Now, I
light.
presume we see the white light.
Yep.
Add a sub. Heading. On your sub. Press and
Now
release.
push the button.
Added a sub.
Cool.
Heading. Added a sub to your ARC. Continue. Button. Please wait. Heading. Setup problem. Heading.
Oh,
There was a problem preparing your speakers. Please check your network connection or the power on your products in this room. Try again. Not now.
So-
Button. Not now. Button.
I think what we need to do
Sub.
Yep.
Button.
is, have you got a device?
Yep.
Because I just want to check how we reset the sub. I think what you do is you hold down that button while you plug it in or turn the power onto it. But I
Okay.
just want to be sure that that's the case.
Sub. Unplug the power cord from the electrical wall outlet. Press and hold the connect button while simultaneously pressing the power cord back into the electrical wall outlet.
Yeah.
Continue holding the connect button until the light begins flashing amber and white. Why can't they just say orange? So we initially had a red light and now we've got the amber light.
Yeah, and then it should then go
And
green. because
now it
it's-
is flashing green.
Yeah, okay, so we'll try that.
Sub.
Okay.
Button. Remove sub. Sub. Button. Remove sub. Button.
Oh,
Add surrounds. Button. Remove sub. Button. Sub ARC. Button. Sub. Button.
well, actually, that's interesting because it looks like the sub's there, even though it said there was a problem.
Remove
Oh.
sub. Button. Remove sub. Heading. Please choose what you would like to do. If you decide not to use the sub, it will appear as unused in the system menu. Choose room for sub. Button. Don't use sub. But cancel. But cancel. Don't use sub. Remove sub. Heading. Removing your sub from the room. Please, this can take a few minutes.
Yeah, well, that's a bit frustrating because it said there was a problem, but so now it's probably not going to be able to find the sub. Oh my goodness!
But add sub.
Okay,
Button.
so we're going to try and add the sub now.
Okay.
Connect your sub to power.
Yep, we've done
Continue.
that.
Cancel. Cancel. Continue.
Now we
Wait for
see
the
a
flashing
green light.
It might take a... I see the green line.
Right.
Button.
It's a red light right now.
It might take a minute. I see the green line.
Okay, so then it sounds like we should plug it in again.
Okay.
It probably got upset because we tried to remove it. I guess I mean, when the app says it wasn't able to complete, you expect the app to be right.
Yes.
But
Maybe it's just very confused.
it appears that way.
Okay, so we've plugged it back in again.
Okay, and we should see the green light shortly.
I've got a white flashing light.
Okay. Currently a white flashing light.
Okay, so can we just reset it again by plugging it in while holding down the button?
Okay.
God,
I see a white. I'm unsure about the light. Button. Back. Button. Back. Button.
Yeah, I'm blind and can't see the like button.
Yes, they need to like have a little audio blip.
Yeah.
I mean, they are.
Well, they couldn't they? Because,
Yeah,
I mean,
they're
it's an audio
speakers
device.
Yeah, they're speakers after all.
Yeah, yeah.
And now we have the green light.
Okay.
I see a white light. I see the green light. Add a sub. Heading. On your sub, press and release.
Okay,
the
now
button.
push the magic button.
Okay, orange flashing light now.
Connecting. Heading. Please wait. Sub setup error. Heading.
Ah,
There was a problem adding the sub. Try again. Button.
that was very quick.
Wait for the flashing green light. Heading. It might take a. I see a white. I see the green
Is it
light.
still
There's a
green?
white light now.
What's that?
It has a white light
Weird.
now.
So
I
go
see
and
a
if
white
it's
light.
in the
Okay,
right.
we'll go with that.
Add a sub. Heading. On your sub, press. I don't
Now
see.
push the magic button again.
Added a sub. Heading. Added a sub to your arc. Continue. Button. Please wait. Heading. Preparing the speakers in this room to work together. This may take a minute.
It would be good if they did.
Yes.
There does seem to be some sort of compatibility issue, because one issue that I've been experiencing that I've not heard anybody else experiencing is that when I try to create a room group, I'm getting an error that says that the room group can't be created. This is because you can now save groups of rooms.
Right.
So in the public areas of the house, I've got a room group called public. And when I save it or attempt to save it, it gives an error. But interestingly, yesterday I saved it, it gave an error, but the room now exists. So it's possible that the error messages are just erroneous. So this time, if we get an error, I'd actually check to see if the sub is appearing.
Registering products.
Oh.
Heading. In progress. In progress.
That's progress. It's registering products.
Well, that's good progress.
Yes.
Setup problem. Heading.
Oh,
Check your internet connection and make sure all your products are plugged in. If you're still having a problem, check the system settings on this device to make sure the date and time settings are correct. Try again. Button. Not now. Not now.
okay, so we'll just
Button.
check if the sub's there.
Sonos setup. Heading. Sonos setup is finished for now. Done. Button. Sub. Error. Not registered. Button.
I think the next thing we have to try
Yep.
is to reset this access point and the router.
Okay.
Do we have it?
Tune your products.
Okay.
Custom tune your products with TruePlay so you get great sound no matter where you place them. Continue.
No, we don't want to do that yet.
Continue.
Oh,
Button.
okay. Well,
Let's get started.
no, because...
TruePlay tuning takes about 3 minutes and uses the microphone on your Apple device.
But we haven't added the surround yet, you see.
Yeah.
If a case is covering the microphone, take it off before you start. Begin tuning. Button. Skip. Button.
We're going to skip it and then we're going to add the rear surrounds.
Skip. Button. Tuning skip for now. Heading. You can tune at back. Button. Next. Button. Sub. Button. Remove sub. Button. Add surrounds.
Okay,
Button.
let's hope this works.
Add surrounds. Heading. Select the products you are setting up as surrounds. 2Play 1S.
Yep.
Adjust set up these products. Button. Add left surround. Heading.
Okay, so that's the one by Bonnie's seat.
Connect the left surrounds. Continue. Button. Wait for the flashing green light. Heading. It might take a minute for the light on your...
Do we see the white light?
There's a white
Yep.
light on it.
White light.
I see a white light. Add left surround. Head on your left surround speaker.
Okay, can
Press-
you push the play button and the volume up at the same time?
Add left
Genius.
surround. Heading. Add to play one as the left surround. Continue. Button. Add right surround.
Now we do the
Heading.
other one.
Connect the right surrounds. Continue. Button.
And I take it we see the
Wait
white
for
light.
the flashing green light.
Yep.
It might take a minute. I see the green light. I see a white light.
And can you push the button again?
Yeah.
Added right surround.
Whoa,
Heading.
we're getting so good at this.
Added to play one as the continue button. Please wait. Heading. Preparing the speakers in this room to work together. This may take a minute.
There will be much wailing and gnashing of teeth if we don't get this, because we're so close now.
Yes.
Seems like resetting the router somehow kicked things into gear.
Tune your products.
Yes, okay. Right. Now, Henry, want to do the true play, mate? I'll just go through this so people can hear what it is like.
Custom tune your products with TruePlay so you get great sound no matter where you place them. Continue. Button.
Yep.
Let's get started. Heading. TruePlay tuning takes about 3 minutes and uses the microphone on your Apple device. If a case is covering the microphone, take it off before you start. Begin tuning. Button. Alert. Sonos would like to access the microphone. Sonos uses your microphone for TruePlay tuning. Don't allow. Button. OK. Button. Prepare to measure sound. Heading. TruePlay tuning uses your iPhone microphone to listen to test tones. Background noise will affect tuning, so make your room as quiet as you can. Continue. Button. You'll tune twice in this room. Heading. In a moment, we'll show you how to perform 2 tuning techniques. First, you'll sit still while Sonos balances sound from your speaker.
Oh, you can sit in my chair, Henry.
Yep.
Then, you will walk with your iPhone while Sonos tunes the overall sound in the room. Continue. Button. Sit where you watch. Heading. Choose one spot where you usually watch or listen and have a seat. Although Sonos will sound great everywhere in the room, tuning will balance sound especially for the area you've chosen. Continue. Button. Turn your iPhone upside down so that the microphone and charging port face upward toward the ceiling. Hold it back. Button.
Okay. Set brightness to 50%.
It's a little brighter now.
It is a little brighter now that we've got this thing actually getting to this point.
Turn your iPhone.
Okay, so I'll turn voiceover off.
Voiceover off.
May it serve you well. So Henry's going to sit in the seat and we have to be very quiet while this goes on. Stop breathing, Heidi. Stop that breathing.
Stop that talking.
Make sure I'm all facing the TV holder iPhone at eye level.
Was it happy?
Yeah. Balanced. Your speakers are now tuned for your location. Next, walk with your iPhone to tune the overall sound of the room.
Okay.
So,
We weren't obstructing the soundbar, were we?
no, we're standing
Yeah,
sort of either side of it.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, okay.
Learn the tuning technique. To continue, watch the entire 30-second video above.
Okay.
I can describe the video. I've done this before.
Yeah.
So essentially you're going to walk around the room and sort of with a wide circling motion, move the phone around so it sort of changes in elevation as you move around as well, which helps balance the sound.
Right.
While walking slowly.
While walking slowly.
Yes.
What have we got now?
Drifting speaker sound.
Here we go.
TruePlay tuning successful.
Successful!
Tremendous. Okay.
I guess we can give this back to you now.
Voiceover on. TruePlay tuning complete. Done. Button. System. Back button. ARC. Heading. Play 1. Left. Button. Play 1. Right. Sub. Button. Remove sub. Remove surround. Sound. Heading. EQ. Button. TruePlay. Button. Surround audio. Button. Sub audio. Button.
So these settings allow you to specify the volume and a bit of EQ.
Volume limit. Off. Home theater. Heading. TV autoplay. Off. Button. Ungroup on autoplay. On. TV dialogue sync. Button. Group audio delay. Button. TV setup. Button.
We need to do the TV setup, I guess.
Okay.
Connecting. Heading.
Oh.
Please turn on your TV. Heading.
Okay.
Okay, then.
I will turn on our TV.
Have we got it plugged into the TV?
Yeah, we plugged it in.
Okay.
Okay.
This is important for us to configure your ARC. My TV is on. Button.
So is it on there?
It's on.
Okay.
It's not making any sounds though.
Connecting
well,
with HDMI ARC. Heading. Audio return channel, ARC, is how the TV communicates with your ARC using an HDMI cable. We will help you find the ARC port on your TV. Continue. Button. Look for the ARC port on your TV. Heading. Make sure you identify the port labeled ARC. If you don't see ARC, you don't have it.
well, that's not necessarily true. I don't see it and I have it. But it's quite cool how they've called it the ARC, and then there's an ARC port
Yes.
on your TV.
I found the ARC port. Button. Connect your ARC to ARC. Heading. Use an HDMI cable to connect your ARC to the ARC port. I'm connected to ARC. Button.
Yep.
Connecting. Heading.
Oh,
Your home theater speaker is now connected to your TV. Done. Button.
okay.
Um.
Done.
Netflix.
Button.
Oh.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
TV setup. Button. Use IR.
So if we put the TV on, we should be able to hear it.
Just on regular TV.
TV
Yeah.
menu.
Oh, it's very loud.
The stunning revelation as prosecutors mulled
TV
charges against
stream.
fired Minneapolis
Yeah.
police officer Derek Chauvin. He was angling for a deal to plead guilty on
Okay,
federal
so
rights
yep.
charges
That's working. So we'll just turn the TV off for the
Android
moment.
TV home. Netflix.
TV is off.
Okay. Now we'll just set it up as a Google Home device.
System. Back button. System. System. Heading.
And I think we need to go into services actually to do
Setting.
that.
Account. System. Button. Services and voice. Music. Google Assistant. Requires Google Assistant app. Google Assist. Add your Google Assistant. Heading. Google Assistant is a free service that lets you use voice commands to play and control music, find info, or get hands-free help. Add to Sonos. Button. Select rooms. Heading. You will set up Google Assistant on these products one at a time. Select all. Button. ARC. Bathroom. Amazon Alexa enabled. Dining room. Amazon Alexa enabled. Add Google Assistant.
Okay.
Dimmed. Button. Back. Add Google Assistant. Dimmed. Bathroom. ARC. Selected. ARC. Dining. Add Google Assistant. Go to your Google Assistant app. Heading. Continue voice setup in the Google Assistant app.
All right then.
Make sure it's updated to the latest version to complete setup. If you go to Google Assistant app. Button. Make sure it's updated to the latest version to complete setup. If you don't have the Google Assistant app on your device, you'll have to download it first.
You'll have to download it first. Not we, but you. You'll have to download it first.
Go to Google Assistant. Go to Google Assistant. 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 Close. Button. Just a sec. Ellipsis. Close. Button. Looking for devices. Cancel. Button. Cancel. Button.
It's looking for devices.
ARC.
Oh.
Device found. ARC. Next. Button. Close. Button. Allow this device to use your Google Assistant. ARC. This device will then have access to your Google account. Jonathan Mosen. Jonathan at Google Partners. Google Partners have a close business relationship with Google and may have paid us to be featured or promoted.
Ooh.
Services and your privacy. Google sends services that you talk to a unique code. Terms of service. Link. And privacy policy. Link. Cancel. Button. Allow. Button. Close. Button. Connecting to device.
Oh boy. This is just too exciting for
I'm your
living.
Google Assistant.
Hello.
I'm here to help.
Whoa.
Close.
That was
Button.
coming through the ARC.
Select a language. Your iPhone's language is set to English, New Zealand, which is not currently supported by Google Assistant. Please select another language. English, United States. Button. English, United Kingdom. Button. English, Australia. Button. English, Canada. Button. Danish, Denmark.
Okay, we'll go to US.
English, your iPhone. English, United States. Selected. English, United States. Next. Button. Next. Close. Button. Enter your address. Your address is used for things like deliveries, traffic, and local weather. Street address. Text field. Double tap to edit.
Okay, I'll just use the short code for my address.
Search field. Search field is editing. Next. Button. Next. Dim. Close. Button. Just a sec. Ellipsis. Close. Button. Choose default music service. When you ask the assistant to play music, this service will be used by default. YouTube Music. YouTube Music Premium subscription active. Google Play Music. Google Play Music subscription active. Spotify. Spotify Premium subscription active.
Actually, it probably makes sense to use Spotify, doesn't it? Because we're using
Google,
Spotify.
Spotify. Spotify Premium subscript. Next. Button. Get personal results. Turn on personal results to access your calendar, contacts, reminders, and more on this device. Learn more. Learn more. No thanks. I agree. Button. Alert. Make personal results more secure. Heading. You've turned on personal results but not voice match. This means that your assistant won't check your voice before giving you the results. Close. Close. Button. Close. Button. Help improve Google Assistant on Arc. Automatically share device stats and crash reports with Google to improve everyone's experience. No thanks. Yes,
I don't mind.
I'm in. Yes. Close. Button. Your Sonos device is now set up.
Hey, Google, what's the weather today?
Today in Wellington, it'll be cloudy with a forecasted high of 56 and a low of 52.
Oh,
I hope
Currently, it's 55 degrees and mostly sunny.
God, I hope that's not Celsius.
Yeah. We'll have to fix that. That's our unboxing and setup of the Sonos Arc. Undoubtedly a problematic, frustrating experience that required a router reset in the end, but once we got it up and running, was it worth it? It's really difficult to demonstrate the sound of something like a soundbar through any microphone, so I'll do my best to describe some of the experiences that I've had in the short time that I've been using the Sonos Arc. Listening to music, just regular stereo music, is definitely an improvement over the playbar. Even with stereo music, the wider sound stage, the increased number of speakers, and the improved quality of those speakers is really noticeable. I started with classic, well-recorded tracks without the kind of compression and things that you have in today's recordings. I was listening to things like the Eagles and the Carpenters and How Deep Is Your Love by the Bee Gees. They're just good, honest recordings from the 1970s. They sound richer, they sound clearer, and it definitely fills the room with a very wide sound stage. Having made a couple of adjustments of my own with the EQ in the Sonos app and then cranked up the sub a little bit from its default of 0, I was really keen to get into Dolby Atmos. And what I've really wanted to do ever since it came out, being a major Beatles collector, was to hear that Abbey Road album in Dolby Atmos. Abbey Road is the only Beatles album that has a Dolby Atmos soundtrack. We play our Blu-ray content through the Blu-ray player in our Xbox One. When we put the Blu-ray disc in, it played the Dolby Atmos soundtrack, but there's an indicator that tells you whether you're getting Dolby Atmos or not. This is very clearly displayed in an accessible form in the Sonos app. If you go and look at what's playing in a room, it'll actually say right on the screen where you see all your Sonos rooms that it is playing content from a Dolby Atmos source. So it couldn't be clearer, and that couldn't be more accessible. If you don't hear something like playing with Dolby Atmos, then you're not getting Atmos. And when we first started playing the Abbey Road album, we were getting Dolby Digital 5.1, even though we selected the Dolby Atmos version. It turns out that we then had to download a special Dolby Atmos pack for Xbox. It is free, but it is a software update that you have to install in your Xbox. There's definitely a noticeable difference between the 5.1 mix and the Atmos mix. It's more noticeable in some tracks than others. In Octopus's Garden, for example, when you get the bubbles being blown in the middle, that is really quite cool on Dolby Atmos. Unfortunately, blind people's ability to enjoy Dolby Atmos is limited by several constraints. First, on the TV that I have, we bought this TV just a few weeks ago because it has an EARC port. That is an enhanced audio return channel port. And the advantage of that is that it can send the full lossless version of Atmos to the Sonos Arc. It's a bit like, as I said when I introduced this a few weeks ago on Mosen At Large, the difference between listening to a FLAC or a WAV file and listening to an MP3 or an M4A file. The latter are compressed, the WAV file and the FLAC file are lossless. I was really disappointed, gutted, I guess is a better term to use, to find that when I tried to enable the EARC feature, now that we had a device connected that supported EARC, the Sony TV that I have gave an error and said that it would not turn the feature on while a screen reader was running. Because there are two screen readers on the Sony TV, the one made by Sony and TalkBack for Android TV, we did try to switch to TalkBack and the same thing applied. It said you can't enable the EARC function while TalkBack was on. So as far as I can tell, we are getting the lossy version of Dolby Atmos coming down the ARC channel, not the lossless version. I have no idea why Sony is not allowing the screen reader and EARC to be on at the same time, but I'll certainly be asking them that question. That seems incredibly disappointing and frankly a little unfair when a blind person wants to pay to get this kind of technology and then find that they can't use it. The bad news doesn't stop there, unfortunately. I tried playing Atmos content from two sources, iTunes using the Movies feature on my Apple TV and from Netflix on my Apple TV. In both cases, we naturally enough have our language set to English audio described. I watched the Bohemian Rhapsody movie, not the whole thing, just a bit, on our Apple TV from Apple Movies. We purchased that movie and found that we were getting a 5.1 signal, not an Atmos signal. When I changed language, though, in Bohemian Rhapsody, from English audio described to English US, the Atmos came back. So what appears to be the case is that at least some audio described titles will not let you hear audio description and Atmos at the same time. The same was true for Netflix, unfortunately. When I played a David Attenborough documentary, which sounded amazing in Atmos, the moment you turn audio description back on, you get a 5.1 soundtrack and not a Dolby Atmos soundtrack. It is really disappointing. I don't know whether there is some sort of technical reason for that, but when you think about it, blind people who can't see the screen might often appreciate Dolby Atmos a lot more than many others would, and yet the audio-described soundtrack is not encoded in Dolby Atmos from two sources now that I have tried. I don't understand this, and I'll be making some inquiries to see if I can find out what is going on. All that said, even if you're just listening to 5.1 content on the Arc, it's a wonderful experience. It's a rich, encompassing soundstage, and if you can get Atmos working, it really does sound like things are coming from way above you up on the ceiling. It's a great upgrade. It just seems that we need to do a bit of work for blind people to maximize the benefits of it. Well, I'm going to crank up the Arc now. That concludes this special episode of Mosen At Large. I will, of course, be back with you across the weekend for episode 42, in which I'll be asking for your views on what you would like to see in the next edition of iOS. iOS 14 is being announced in just over a week.
Mosen At